I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's...
Happy Homebrew Wednesday. A day early, if I get this posted in time. Okay, so this is, ooh, it's clear, Dark Shadows. This is the first homebrew I've done in a long time, and definitely the first homebrew I've done aged in a barrel. So this is an Imperial Porter. I brewed this with my buddy Mick from Australia. It's been, you know, once we brewed it, I can't remember exactly when we brewed it. I fermented it and then stuck it in the barrel, in the bourbon barrel. It sat there for a month and just got it kegged last weekend, or actually, yeah, this past weekend. So it's been carbon for a couple of days. Let's get a sip, shall we? First of all, the nose. Equal parts bourbon, chocolate, and char. And look at the head. It's a nice kind of tan or slight tan head. Beautiful beer. And I'm looking up at it. It's pretty darn clear too. All right, cheers. Oh man, mouthfeel. It's kind of viscous. It's smooth. Wow. It tastes like dark chocolate, Dark Shadows. It tastes like you're eating a Hershey's dark chocolate with some bourbon infused in it. The taste exactly follows the nose, and it kind of has that slight barley wine smell to it. The ABV, I think, on this is like probably 9.5%. Yeah, I think it's about 9.5%. My wife doesn't touch anything unless she kind of puts her nose up if it's 10, although she tasted this the other day and liked it, so. This is damn good. Man, this is not going to be long for the keg, so I'm going to have to bottle some of this, and it's really dangerous. It's very drinkable. It doesn't taste boozy at all, and it's 9.5%. That's kind of scary. God, it's hard not to sip this thing. I'll have to make sure I send the link to this to Mick so he can watch it. And man, this is so good. We did good. We did good, Mike. We did good. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say about this, but it's just really damn good. So I've already promised this to a few of you guys, so I'll make sure I do some bottling. I'm going to be going away for a month for school, so this weekend, so I'll be gone. But I'm going to try to get some of this bottled up before I go, so maybe I'll do that on Saturday. I'll bottle up about 6 to 8 bottles. Wow, this is really good. I mean, perfect. I love this beer. Wow. Okay. Now to the homebrew. Wednesday. It's a double IPA called Hammer Down, I think it's called. No, Heavy Hammer. Heavy Hammer. It's a double West Coast IPA. It has been a busy week, and it's only Tuesday, and the week's just getting started. I still have a full load to do. Got a full work week, and then I have to get all my stuff cleaned and ready to go, and then get ready to head to this course. So I get all my stuff packed, and yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's gonna be fun. It'll be a fun little course I'm going to. Cheers. Ooh, it's gonna be good. This is gonna be bitter. This is a bitter one. It's a cool little artwork on there. It's got a hammerhead shark, heavy hammer. He's like riding a wave. It is probably 8%, I would imagine. Yeah, it's a West Coast double India Pale Ale with Simcoe Citra, Mosaic, and Strata hops. And it comes in at 8.5. This is a big boy. All right. That's pretty good. It's not carb very well. It's kind of light carb on it, surprisingly. But it does have a very dank nose. I definitely taste or smell those hops in there. I can smell the Mosaic, which is weird. All right, so brewing. We did a brew thing. Me and SJ. We did a brew thing last weekend. We wanted to, I was supposed to come down, I was supposed to go up to his house because my wife left all last week and she was down in Myrtle Beach and with her mom. So I was gonna go drive up north to Myrtle Beach, but our dog wasn't doing so well and I didn't want to throw him in the car, and I don't even know if SJ would want me dragging a dog up there. And then the other option was to have Laura or Heather take the dog down south. I just didn't think he's up to a car ride, so instead I kind of hung out here and you know, took care of him. And so instead what we decided to do was get the same ingredients. We picked a beer style. SJ picked a New Zealand Pilsner. So he sent me a recipe and I was like, all right. So I went, it was a typical 5.6 ABV Pilsner with some like exotic hops from New Zealand. I think I went with Mochweka and Vic Secret were the two hops I ended up picking. I had to substitute the Vic Secret. There was another one on there. It was Watiti or something like that I was supposed to use. I can't remember what hops SJ used. But yeah, the grain bill was like, what was it? It was a little bit of wheat malt, a slight amount of wheat malt. Was there carapels in it? I can't remember. Then there was a good amount of Pilsner malt and then some pale malt, I think. And then the yeast I used Imperial, not Imperial, I used White Labs, some kind of lager that they had that was cool. It came in a little pure pitch kind of thing like Imperial does with their bags. So anyway, we decided to do a brew day live, and so he set up a Zoom call or something like that, and we dialed in and just brewed all day. And it was a great brew day. I think he got a lot of footage. He's got like 3 different video clips of it that just go on for hours. So he's trying to figure out how to edit it and play it. But you know, we had cool people dropping in. We had Brad Peacock dropped in, which was awesome seeing him. He was on a guys trip up in, I believe it was Michigan. So we got to see Brad. Josh Hoover dialed in. Some random guy named Pedro from Guatemala dialed in, wanted to know if we were cooking crystal meth. That was interesting. He popped in twice. Hopefully SJ puts that in his video. I don't know how he's gonna post the video in his Homebrew Wednesday, but it was just a really fun brew day. SJ's brew day didn't go so well technically. I think he had his sparge arm came loose off of his false bottom, and so he got a lot of grain sucked up into the sparge tube or into the tube for his recirculating mash. So it cut back his flow, and then he eventually, somewhere about halfway through the mash, I think he put on some gloves, turned everything off, and then tried to free it up, and that's how he found out the hose had come loose. So he was dealing with that. I didn't have any issues like that. I had a perfect brew day. I hit every single number. It was supposed to be a 1052, I think, and I hit 1052 on the dot, so it's going to be a 5.6% beer if it ferments right. And then SJ had another, I think he posted a video last Homebrew Wednesday. His chiller, his glycol chiller broke and stopped working, and temperature skyrocketed on his Pilsner, so hopefully he didn't ruin it. But my Pilsner, let's take a look at it, shall we? Let's go take a look at it. Oh, sorry, my foot's like hurting. I've been doing a lot of walking around on it today for work. So I've got this thing here you can see I got it at 63 degrees. It's on the second week of the Brewlosophy lager method. And I don't know if you can see that. It's got a pretty good krausen on it. Yep. So This weekend I will ramp it down to 36 and then let it sit there for however, for like 4 weeks while I'm in this course, and then come back and keg it, and I should have a pretty darn, sorry for the thumb in the camera, should have a pretty darn good Pilsner. But yeah, it was a super fun brew day. I really like brewing with SJ. He and I, our styles worked so that he kind of talked about it, it's like we're each in our zone, just kind of doing our thing and just jamming to some music, and just had a really good time. It was just a really fun brew day. So maybe I'll put some footage up here. Okay, getting some video here, doing a brew day. Oh, this is cool. I can see myself. Huh. There's Steve. Say hi, Steve. There you go.
Hello.
Yep. So we are brewing or some of us are brewing, some of us are trying to brew a New Zealand Pilsner, and I've never done this before. This is called a first wort hop edition. I've never done that before. So I guess once I get this full, before I start boiling, I'll pull the hops out once we start boiling, and then add the, well, then I don't have any more hops coming in until 10 minutes, but never done a first wort hop edition before. But yep, it's supposed to be a 5.5% beer. There's my other brew battle buddy for the day. And I did two-step mash, 30 minutes at 148 and 30 minutes at 152. It was actually 152. And then, yeah, so first wort is, that was 1 ounce of Mochueka that's in there. And then I won't put anything else in until 10 minutes. I'll put in 0.2 ounces of Victoria's Secret, or Vic Secret, and 1 ounce of Mochueka. And then I'll go down and put in an ounce of Mochueka and a 1/4 ounce of Vic Secret for a 20-minute whirlpool. Also used a bunch of chemistry that I don't normally do. I did some Epsom salt, some gypsum, some calcium chloride, some lactic acid, and was there anything else? I think that was it. So anyway, yeah, that's where we are, and maybe I'll check in later. All right, this is the boil. We are coming up on the last minute, so as soon as that hand hits the 30 mark, I go into, I will drop the temperature down to 190 and go into a 10-minute hop stand with some more Mochueka and Vic Secret, and yeah, we should be good. We're getting pretty close. I was 2 points higher with my pre-boil. I hit 1043 instead of 1041. I'm looking for 1052 going into the fermenter. We'll see what I get. Okay, so now I'm at 180, and I need to turn the heat up just a bit. This is my whirlpool. I dropped the hops in at 180, and it's doing some hot goodness right now. And there's my buddy SJ. He's still working his. We're pretty close to the same spot, I think.
Yeah, considering the mess that I had to go through, catching back up was a miracle.
That's pretty amazing that we got kind of synced. That's cool. Really cool. The foam that's coming out. Anyway, that's me for, wow, I've already eaten up 10 minutes. Hey, have yourself a happy homebrew. Like this one was a very happy homebrew, and have a happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers. I love double IPAs.